Welcome to episode 4. How are governance issues important in our daily life? Till now, we saw about environment and society and how they are important. Now, we will speak a little bit about governance. Governance is a very simple concept. Are you doing the right thing in the right way? Are your actions wrong or right, or are they impacting someone negatively? If that is the case, how do you pull back? How do you correct yourself and make it better for everyone concerned, including you? And after you make it better, how do you make sure it runs smoothly without breaking down? That is governance. So do the right thing, do it in the right way, make sure everyone agrees to that plan of doing the right thing in the right way, and then set up a task or measuring or monitoring so that it continues correctly. That is governance, very shortly and sweetly. If you actually see, even governments are run in the same way, right? They decide what is to be done, which are the laws to be made, are the laws good for the people or not good for the people, then they are voted. Once they are voted with majority, the assumption is that they are good for most people. Then it has to be implemented. And who ensures that the implementation is correct is the courts of law. If something goes wrong, you can file a case and the court will come and say, look, hey, you're not following this law, which everyone wanted. So that is governance. So now you can correlate what is governance. But governance can also be there in schools. It can be there in any institution. It can be there in your own home. There are so many countries, they have such strong rules. And you find, oh, wow, that's such a great country to live in. You know why it's a great country to live in? Because they're so stringent about governance. Some countries are not so stringent about governance. So depending on where you are, that can change a little. So many times, your parents keep telling you so many things. Don't do this, don't do that, this is bad, this is good. And then they are after you also, even though you don't want to do it, or want to do something and they say no. What is that? It's governance. Why governance? Because they know certain things are definitely not good for you. I'm not using the word harmful. I'm just using the word not so good for you. And once you grow older, of course, you will start understanding on your own what is good for you or not good for you. So when someone tells you, please don't eat too many sweets all the time, or don't keep snacking, that is going to be governance because someone is going to be monitoring it all the time and going to take action. One time will come when you don't listen to them, they will stop buying all food, just shut down all the cabinets, right? So that's a very small micro level issue of governance. The whole idea is that you or people around you or your society does not come to any harm or any negative effect of certain actions which you could be taking. So therefore, governance becomes more complex when you start talking about more than one person. Now, I can give you one small idea which you can implement as an experiment. You may need to take help from someone for this, obviously. So, governance is actually not telling others about what to do, it's slightly different. Governance is about doing the things first yourself, making sure it is working, making sure it is beneficial for you. And once you are convinced, you try to spread that. So one good experiment, biggest problem in India, which very few people know, is that the maximum number of diseases in small children are happening because they don't wash hands. Even now, right? It sounds so funny, but that's true. Now, what do we do about that? So, first step is you remember every day to wash your hands, at least after they are dirty, after you eat, after you go down and play, or generally after 2, 3 hours, after you do something with your nose, clean it. Okay, wash it, use a sanitizer, whatever you want to do. Now that you know it's the way to go to a nearby school or some chore with your parents or your teachers. Just get together 10, 15, 20 students or kids, teach them how to wash hands and when to wash hands. No money required, nothing, right? Very simple. Or you could just gather around a bunch of people and talk to them. Now, once that is done, you cannot leave it at that. You have to make sure that they keep washing their hands every day. Then that means you will have to go or you will have to appoint someone, maybe it could be your own dad or mom, saying, please go and check every day because I have school. These 10 people should be washing their hands every day, 5 times a day. That is governance. You have initiated something, we call it a policy. You've seen it works because you have done it on yourself. You have done research because you know that not washing hands causes disease. You've trained someone, the bunch of people or kids, to wash hands. So now you've put a process in place that is called a governance process. And to make sure it is working fine, you are sending someone every day to check. That is governance. And that is exactly what happens in corporate and in government. I hope the concept of governance and its importance has become very clear to you. Thank you.